My name is Will Straw. I am director of the McGill Institute for the Study of Canada, and it is my great pleasure to welcome you to this year's conference of the Institute, which is, we're coming up on our 20th anniversary. Le titre de cette conférence est de l'envoi aux autres attitudes, le talent et le succès au Canada. We have a great day and a half of activities. You're going to hear people from a wide range of sectors, all different levels of career and so on. So I think it's going to be a very interesting experience. J'aimerais d'abord remercier les deux co-directeurs de la conférence, Dean Sean Ferguson, de la faculté de l'École Schulich de musique de McGill, and Olympian Jennifer Heil, both of whom kindly agreed early on to be honorary co-chairs of this conference. I would also like to thank our conference partners, the Andrea and Charles Bronfman Philanthropies, Enbridge, the Dean of Arts Development Fund, Muse Entertainment Enterprises, le projet Média et Vie Urbaine de Montréal, à Montréal. It's my project, you'd think I'd get the name right. C2 Montreal, Commerce and Creativity, curated by Sid Lee Incorporated, and the Kundal Prize in History at McGill. And I would very much like to thank the MISC, McGill Institute for the Study of Canada, Board of Trustees for their support. I see many of them sitting there. Just some kind of tedious bureaucratic details. Je vous rappelle qu'il y a un vestiaire à la sortie à gauche, so you're welcome to leave your coats in the, what's vestiaire in English? The coat check, sorry. I will remind you to put your cell phones on silent. I will remind you that CPAC and other media are present and you may be filmed. I'd now like to briefly introduce the moderators of the first panel before we proceed to some other introductory events. Just one second here. The first is Dr. Brent Herbert Copley. Dr. Herbert Copley, where are you? Okay, good to see you over there, who is Vice President of Research Capacity for the Social Sciences and Humanities Research Council of Canada. He's responsible for SSHRC's talent programs, as well as the Canadian Research Chairs, the Canadian Excellence Research Chairs, and the Indirect Cost programs, and has a doctorate in political science and a master's in international affairs from Carleton University. And as well, our principal and Vice-Chancellor, Heather Munroe-Blum, who is known to most of you, all of you, I'm sure, and who has been a long-standing friend and supporter of the McGill Institute for the Study of Canada. The moderators will then introduce their panelists before the panel and coordinate the question period. But right now, I would like to invite Alex K. Patterson, a founding co-chair of the McGill Institute for the Study of Canada and a steadfast supporter of our institute since its inception, and I think he has something of a delight and a surprise for us.
Chers amis, chers collègues, and all the students that we're so pleased to see in such great numbers at the beginning, and it's going to get bigger and bigger as the days go on. Au nom de mon co-founder Charles Bronfman, qui était sur le téléphone avec nous autres ce matin, et moi-même, I want to welcome you all to this conference and wish you luck as we go through the day today and tomorrow, and you will find everything, I am assuring you, of interest, if not also entertaining. But as this is the last conference that the principal, as principal, will attend, because she'll be back next year for sure, I have just a few words I want to say on behalf of us all to her. Thank you, Madam Principal. It's great to have a principal who gives MISC all her support, who helps us navigate to starboard and to port. It's great to have a principal sitting with us in the room. It's inspiring when that principal is Heather Munroe-Blum. It's great to have a principal who does yoga every day. And when the day is over, family cards will play. She has led us in fundraising, for which she deserves a chair. And we've been top in the ranks in Canada and elsewhere. Our first woman principal led a marvelous campaign and took McGill to the top of the chain. She has traveled the globe over, faced diversity with force. If she returns to teaching, I think I'll take her course. Our principal's a leader, so she's up for any task. If you want the opening football kicked, you only have to ask. With help from friends and neighbors and 2 or 3 red men, she learned to kick 500 yards, practicing with Len. So as we talk of talent, success, and flying high, say au revoir to our principal, but never say goodbye.
Well, dear Alec, thank you for that beautiful, unexpected but beautiful poem. And je veux dire remercie pour tout que vous avez fait pour cet institut et pour McGill et pour nos hôpitaux aussi. Bonjour, bienvenue tout le monde. C'est pour moi un très grand plaisir d'être ici pour cet commencement de conférence annuelle de notre Institut des études du Canada à McGill. Et c'est vraiment pour moi, comme M. Paterson a dit, un des événements très spéciaux dans notre année à McGill. I want to say warm greetings to everyone, our Chancellor Emerita, our alumni and friends who are here, our Vice Chair of the Board, Madame Lily de Grandpré, who is also co-chair with Madame Denise Chong of the McGill Institute for the Study of Canada Board, to Mr. Alec Patterson, our former chair of the Board of Governors and great supporter in all things McGill, and of course to our many special guests and our presenters. This is a very special institute. As principal, I love them all that we have at McGill, let me say that right up front. But to have in this day and era, and for McGill, with its history, with its present place here in Quebec and Canada and internationally, to have a great institute for the study of Canada, now in its 3rd generation of leadership under the remarkable stewardship of Professor Will Straw, with a great set of ambassadors on the board and friends and supporters. I think there could not be a more important theme than the one we're addressing in the conference today and tomorrow, lifting off and flying high, looking at the theme of talent and success, what those mean in this era, in the era of the internet, in the era of global implications of everything that we do for the well-being of our communities locally. This is just a terrific time to have this theme as front and center in the MISC conference, and we have a terrific lineup of speakers from culture and the arts, high technology, sports, athletics, industry. As we are about to launch on this year's MISC conference, I want to pay tribute to the Institute for the wonderful annual conferences that have approached such important subjects as who controls the media, what could be more important today than that particular theme, the role of sustainability and the environment and public policy in that context, healthcare, Aboriginal affairs, Canada-US relations, Canada-Quebec relations, and we have, over the years of the conference to this point, had leaders from across sectors, both from within Canada and internationally, and I know that our director, Professor Straw, intends to stay the course with that, and our lineup for today and tomorrow certainly demonstrates that. I'd like to also take the opportunity as we're launching the conference to invite you to look at a very special collection that has just been gifted to McGill. It's a one-of-a-kind collection of production archives and records, donated by Muse Entertainment Enterprise, and it is just out in the lobby. I really urge you to take the opportunity to look at a sample of this wonderful collection while you're here attending the conference. This is an archive larger than what you'll see out there that will inform research and education, particularly, but not only, of an interdisciplinary nature in the years to come. And I want to thank our alumnus, Michael Prupas, a two-time McGill alum, and his partner, Betty Pollack, for this wonderful, wonderful gift. And I want to say, just as we talk about culture and arts and communications, that Michael, who, as I say, is a two-time alum of McGill, was the editor of the Daily when he was a student here. He was also an occupier of the principal's office while he was a student here. And so he comes to leaving this archive of a very special nature at also a good moment in time. So now I'm standing between you and the main event. I want to just simply close my opening remarks by thanking all of those who helped to support the Institute, the MISC Board of Directors, partners, and volunteers, our co-founders, Mr. Charles Bronfman, who with his family made the wonderful gift that initiated the Institute, and who with Mr. Paterson now is the founding co-chair, and again our co-chairs of the board currently, Madame Lily de Grandpré and Madame Denise Chong. And with that, I'll call again on our director, Professor Will Straw. Merci infiniment, et j'espère que les jours ici sont très, très heureux, mais aussi que vous avez tout quelque chose que vous trouvez ici pour développer vos avis des sujets de talent et succès. Merci.